Dave Johnson was destined to become a teacher and a coach, and Whitworth became his springboard to a record-setting career and a place in multiple halls of fame. The son of Jasper Johnson, a Whitworth professor of education, Dave's older brother and sister attended the college, so Dave literally grew up on campus. He watched many football games in the Pine Bowl and basketball games in Graves Gym. Not recruited as an undersized catcher out of Shadle Park High School, Dave was bound to be a Pirate. Dave spent a year on the junior varsity team before lettering 3 years with the varsity. He became the starting catcher his final 2 seasons and was selected as a team captain in 1970, along with fellow Heritage Gallery inductee Tom Beal. Dave was voted by his teammates as the Pirates' most inspirational player for 2 seasons and earned honorable mention All-Evergreen Conference and All-NAIA District 1 as a senior. He was selected to the list of outstanding college athletes of America in 1970 for his athletic ability, leadership, and community service. Just as important, Dave thrived as a history student under the mentorship of men like Fenton Duvall and Homer Cunningham. He graduated summa cum laude and followed his family into the field of education. Looking to eventually make it into the greater Seattle teaching market, Dave took a teaching and coaching job in Ephrata that he thought would last 1 year. It lasted 37 years. Over that time, Dave impacted the lives of hundreds of boys who played baseball for him, and perhaps thousands more who attended his TBI summer baseball camps that ran for 32 years. Doug Moore played for Dave before himself coming to Whitworth. He returned to coach with Dave as well. Doug says Dave was so thorough and had great attention to detail. He kept expectations high for himself as well as his players. Beginning in 1971, Dave's first few years coaching baseball were rough as he built the kind of team he wanted to put on the field every day. Gary Archer coached with Dave for nearly 30 years and remembers one loss to Eastmont. After shaking the opposing coach's hand, Dave turned away and said under his breath, "Next year, we will crush your skull." They did more than that. By 1977, Ephrata went 28-2 and won its first WIAA state championship under Dave. At the same time, Dave was working hard to raise money for a new baseball field at the high school. Dave and longtime friend Marty O'Brien, Ephrata's basketball coach and Dave's top assistant baseball coach, accomplished their goal for a stadium that was eventually named Johnson O'Brien Stadium. Ephrata went on to make 13 more appearances in the state championship game, including 7 more state championships. The Tigers would win 25 league titles, 20 district championships, and 16 regional crowns under Dave. Over his 36 seasons, Dave compiled a coaching record of 687 wins and only 201 losses. That total of 687 wins is the most by any high school coach in Washington State history. Al Johnson, a teammate and roommate of Dave's while he was at Whitworth, says that Dave was made to coach. Al says Dave could see the whole game when he was catching. He knew where every player on the field was supposed to be. He was a true student of the game. Gary Archer added, as a coach, Dave had no ego. He truly let his assistant coaches be part of the program and gave them a say in the day-to-day activities at practice. But Dave was also very organized and meticulous. He kept a note card for every practice we ever ran. Dave has been recognized for the success of his Ephrata teams by induction to several other halls of fame: the Ephrata High School Athletics Hall of Fame, Washington Baseball Coaches Hall of Fame, the WIAA Hall of Fame, and the American Baseball Coaches of America Hall of Fame. For all of his accomplishments as a baseball coach and in the classroom, Doug Moore sums up the impact that Dave had this way: Dave is a better man than he is a coach. I couldn't ask for a better person to have played for or coached with. Dave had hundreds of his players go on to collegiate and professional careers in baseball. Only one former player made it to the major leagues, however, and Mike Muchlinski made it as an umpire, not as a player. Even after he retired from teaching and coaching in 2006, Dave continues to take care of the softball field and the baseball field that bears his name as a groundskeeper. Ladies and gentlemen, For the lessons he learned as a Whitworth team captain and an honor student, for the games and championships he won as a Freda High School baseball coach, and for the lasting impact he's had on boys who played for him and the men he coached with, the Whitworth Heritage Gallery Selection Committee is proud to present Dave Johnson.